Street, so we chop it, so we do it. This is when you come feel like down the street, alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Land down we a lot down the street, so we chop it, so we do it. This is when you come feel like down the street. All I'm full of go play back again, and every man say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them put up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again, and every man say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them put up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again, and every man say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them put up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again, and every man say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them put up the big tune. Street, alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Land down we a lot down the street, so we chop it, so we do it. This is when you come feel like down the street. All I'm full of go play back again, and every man say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them put up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again, and every man say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them put up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again, and every man say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. The big tune. All I'm full of go play back again, and everybody say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them talking about the big tune. the crew. Move, move. Alright, I make me tell you listen. Move, move. We a dance to the rhythm and the groove. Move, move. Watch them massive and crew, them a move. So we chop it, so we do it. This a rhythm that lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Land down and we a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. All I'm full of it, go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of it, go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of it, go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of it, go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of it, go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of it, go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of it, go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of it, go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune.
Test, check, 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 check. You can't see me now. Let's see if that works. Welcome, folks. Welcome to the Flight Sim Broadcasting Network. My name is Jason, and before we even do anything, I need to verify a 5x5 straight across the board before we really start this thing, just in case you can't hear me. Then we got an issue. All right, Tusock says we got 5x5, so let's do a little check-in here. I've got SRQ Aviation. He says, how's it going? How are you? Good to see you. Dan the Man's checking in as well. Maxwell, he says, good evening, Jason. I heard you online on VATSIM from Indianapolis to Detroit. I was going to Baltimore. I did hear that, and I remember a Southwest jet across from me, just like right around that same gate area I was in. I didn't know it was you, so that's pretty cool. I did hear you, and I heard you were going to Boston. I did hear that clearance. Tusock says, hey all, welcome aboard. So folks, what we're going to do today is we're starting a second day here with Coastal. We're going to be taking a 700 down over to it's actually a fun day. This day 2 is real fun. We're going from it's really only a 3-leg schedule, which is like nothing for us. We've got Indy to Destin, which is going to be fun. Then we got Destin to New Orleans, which is really a quick flight. And then finally New Orleans to Fort Myers, a relatively quick flight. So 3 quick legs, and then we get to spend about 24 hours or so in Fort Myers. Let's see what we got here. It looks like more than that. It's about 24 hours overnighter there in Fort Myers, which is nice. And then we take the PM shift on day 3. So we're on gate Bravo 3 here. We're going to jump in our airplane. It's a cold and dark jet today. I am flying solo. So it'll just be me today. I just don't think I had enough time to get everything sorted out and stuff like that for a shared cockpit. Although, if I'm trying to kick this around, maybe we'll talk about it in cruise. But Jeremy's checking in. How are you? Gray Aviation, hello. I think I said Dan the Man. Yeah, I said that already, and I think we're ready to go. Jeremy says 5x5. All right, let's do this. So we're going to jump in this jet. We're going to do a cold and dark start, and we'll get the show on the road. Holy smokes, what happened there? By the way, this is a cool terminal. If you folks never been in wherever that is, in Indianapolis, it's really, really cool. So here we go. We're in a cold and dark. We're going to go ahead and do our flows. And first things first, we're going to actually turn on some lighting here because I can't see a thing. So we'll get the lighting going, and we'll come down here and take a look. The battery switch. The first thing we do is throw the battery switch on. Okay, now I couldn't hear anything. So that might be a problem. Hang on just a minute. Let me see if I can get my... We've got to do Elgato sounds. There we go. There we go. Now I can hear it. It's perfect. So we've got negative charge on the amps. And then we're going to come down here. Those are off. That's off. Just checking everything here before we throw anything on. Gear down. That's off. Great. Everything looks good up here. I am going to clear this right now. Click reset. Now, I was running Assault So I was running self-loading cargo. I've flown about 3 legs with it, and I'm just not there yet. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. Okay, all that looks good. We're going to go ahead and then throw on the ground power. Shoot, I got to get my panel on. It was giving me fits before. That's why I was a little late. I had to restart. Christopher says, I'm checking in as a crew member. That's awesome. Yeah, and I'm thinking about doing something, opening shared cockpit to you folks, the public. So not actually a Coastal member. You wouldn't get any credit for the flight. It would be on my ACARS. But you could be an FO. You could be my FO. So maybe we do that. Maybe that's something that we could do for our patrons. For sure, I want to open it up to them first if they're interested in it. I'd give them our flows, and then they could study and that kind of stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's something I have to kick around. Okay, what was I doing? I was throwing power on. All right, ground power's coming online. Great. So we got ground power on. Then the next thing we're going to do is come over here and just flip these over to nav. So we should see on DC. They should go to nav, or online, excuse me. There we go. And then last thing, we're going to drop down here, and we're just going to dump in. That's a 7-minute alignment, so we want to kind of get this done first. We'll throw that right over the top there, and then you can see our GPS that's not even woken up yet. So we're going to try Bravo 3. I don't think it works. I tried it last night. Oh, it does work. Okay, so we'll use that. That's way off from our last position. So I am going to hold on this just for a minute. Let me see and if you're kind of like me right now going, wait a minute, what do I do? We can always look at the airport information tab, and we can look at the airport info, gate coordinates, and that's kind of what I'm going to do. So Bravo 3, north 3943 even, west 8618 even. That's the one I'm going to take. I don't know what happened here. That is not right. It's this one that's correct. So I'm going to use that. Dump it over the top. Great. That's done. Last thing, I will get lighting on. So I'm actually going to throw this to bright for now. And I will turn off my lighting there. All right. And then we'll just kind of get some lights on the overhead. We'll go from there. All right, that's on. Get our main panel lit. Just kind of get stuff lit up a little bit for us. And I could start self-loading cargo if you guys want to see it. It is. I got my opinions on it. It was cool, but I'll have to talk about it a little bit as we get going on cruise and stuff like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna finish our flows up on top. We're just gonna come to a waterfall flow, straight down. You're not checking everything, you're just making sure your switches are good. All right, so this is really important. This galley power has to be on. Flight attendants will not like that. We're going to arm that now. All that looks good. All this looks good. That looks good as well. And then we're going to go ahead and throw this to steady. We'll turn on our lights as we do our walk around, and we'll go from there. I am actually going to illuminate a flashlight. There we are. So first thing we're going to check, we'd have all of our lights turned on, but let's go ahead and check the taxi light. That works, and I'm doing this just one thing at a time. I am going to throw the logo lights. We are going to throw both landing lights coming. They should be on. That's right, so I'll put those off. Those are our fixed landing lights. They work. There's our turn-offs. Stropes. I'll kind of have to walk around the jet for that. I'll just leave those on, and we'll throw our beacon on. That looks great. And then while we're at it, we're going to do our walk around and just be Let's kind of knock out two birds with one stone as we kind of walk the jet here and looking for any damage on the wingtip. We're looking for our our static wicks, make sure they're good to go. Engines, obviously, we're going to look at anything, see if anything's leaking under the engine. We're looking at our brake wear. They look good. And we're going to come in here and have the... we'll turn on the light down here. How's that? There we go. This is all your hydraulics. Everything's housed in here in the 7.3. You have a lot. That's your torque tube. That right there goes to your flap. You see that bar? That's actually spins as your flap comes down and retracts. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this. We got that. Looking at the outflow valve coming across, looking way up there on the tail for the pitot tube. It's looking good, making sure the stabilizer is good. We got a good strobe on the back end as well. Boy, what a beautiful day here in Indianapolis. Beautiful morning. We've got a 7 o'clock takeoff, so we'll check that out. All right, brake wear's good. Again, on this side, you're looking for hydraulics. You make sure there's no massive leaks. You're going to get a little hydraulic in there, but you shouldn't have a ton. All the flap fairings look good. Ailerons look good. Coming across down here. Our position light looks great, and our strobe light is on. That's good. Looking at the leading edge of the wing, that looks great too. The engine is looking good. No leaks on the ground or anything like that. I want to stick our head in here, just make sure the fans are good. There's nothing stuck in there or broken. And then your static system on the aircraft is good. We would go back in the jet, and we're done. So there's the walk. I'm going to go ahead and turn off those lights. Turn that off. Keep the logo light on. That's it. Okay. Gary, how are you? This is good evening. Hope you're doing well, Gary. Welcome aboard. We're getting ready to fly this thing. I don't know if you've got folks. Have you folks tested self-loading cargo? Now, if you originally bought the thing in P3D, which I did, it's actually free. It's actually a free download, and I didn't know that until last week, where he's like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about? It's free." And I'm like, "What?" So it was a pleasant surprise when he said that. I was like, "That's pretty cool. We'll take that." So if you want to see self-loading cargo, let me know. I kind of don't. I don't like it very much, and I'll tell you why. It's because I want to just concentrate on flying the airplane and not really care about when the passengers are served or when I don't care about that. The only thing I care about in the back is if it's on fire. That's what I care about. Like, okay, but we could do the same. I don't know. I made a Coastal Airways pack for it. I've flown it 3 legs. There's a lot of things I don't like, but there's some good things that are good to it too. So there's pluses and minuses with this thing. But I really want to know your opinions on what you think, what you like about it, or dislike. And I'm not going to knock it too much because it was free. So, I'm not going to be that guy because you can't beat that price. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and test all the lights because I always miss this step when we're doing this. I just want to make sure all the bugs are good to go. You have no lights that are being dumb on you. All right, let's go ahead and call in our catering. We're going to need a catering truck, so let's get the catering truck pulled in.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
I'd like to see it, but if you're not feeling it tonight, maybe some other time. No, we could do it, but there's you're going to see like a lot of things where I'm like, I can't do PAs myself, which I don't like. I like to be able to do PAs, and I'm talking about not scripted. I shouldn't have to read something, but having said that, let's do it today. I want to show you the program, so we will run it today. How's that? I hope you're feeling good about that. So let's go and get that running for you. We'll definitely showcase self-loading cargo. There's a lot of things that I didn't like yesterday. It was such a short flight. I did it yesterday. I try to tell the FAs, I'm like, do not serve them because this is a quick flight. So they don't even serve them. And of course they did, and I got bad ratings. So I'm like, because by the time I got to cruise, I was descending. And it's just stupid stuff like that where I'm like, I want to be able to say it. So you're kind of stuck in a box with self-loading cargo. Okay, you can't branch out, or like PAC-X, you can say whatever you want. I like that. It's kind of hands off. I don't have to worry about anything. But having said that, we will start this thing because I want to show you. I just want to show you. So if you're thinking about buying it or something like that, let me just showcase it for you, and then you can judge for yourself. I'm too busy. I'm too busy with it. I want to be concentrating on flying the airplane, not dealing with the passengers in the back. That's the flight attendant's job to figure out when they're hungry and when they're not. And I'll show you. That's just my take, right? I think the biggest thing for me is the PAs. I can't make my own PAs. I don't like that. So, damn, these random failures were classic, my friend. Once had a double engine takeoff. Have you seen the new 767? No. Dan the Man, did you ever use FS Passengers? Now, FS Passengers, yes, I used it. Not only did I use it, I loved it. And there is a new program coming out called Passengers 2. Now, I don't know what that's going to be like. Is it a competitor to self-loading cargo? Yep, and the jury's out to see how this thing is going to be. Because if I could do my own PAs and it's just like FS Passengers, I'm buying it, because FS Passengers was awesome. I was running FS Passengers and a gear failure, right, in Fort Myers. You guys might remember that. Some of you might have seen that, where we had a complete gear failure. I couldn't get it out. There was traffic. There was a tower on board. I ended up holding, did a whole bunch of maneuvers trying to get the gear down, and then we finally belly landed the thing in. It was quite fun and really a fun night. But those were memorable flights, Okay, let's click route. We're going to go to IND to VPS. So if you're not familiar, this is VPS. Got more on VPS. VPS is a beach in Florida. It's called Destin. It's a little town, if you will, right there in Florida. I like it. And I'm going to give you, before we get started though, let's go ahead and before I get ahead of myself, let's start self-loading cargo. All right, so I'm going to take you through the prompts and everything else for you, and then we'll get going here. Dan says, oh yeah, I remember those videos. And unfortunately I had to delete them. So, okay. I'm going to slide it over here. We've got not connected to the simulator because we need FSU IPC. So that's one of the things you need hooked up. So we'll start our FSU IPC. We are going to start an airliner flight. All right, we are in a 700. It's a Southwest layout because this is an old Southwest jet. The captain voice is going to be default. I haven't put anything in there. And our sound pack is Coastal Airways. I did make a sound pack for it. And we're going to go ahead and click Set Up Flight Plan. Okay, now what we can do here is we're going to actually import from SimBrief. And what that's going to do is pull in our SimBrief. Now, the time, I'm just going to go to the airplane right now. Okay, the time, local time is 6:12. We're departing at 7 o'clock. So Zulu time right now is 10:12. So we're departing at 11. So I'm going to tell the sim we're departing at 11. We're going to be arriving in Indy at 7:45, which is correct. Okay, so instead of using real time, I use sim time because I want to be able to do that right. So now that's what time we're scheduled to arrive. So we're going to leave that as well. You can see your flight leaves today. Check-in is open 2 hours and 32 minutes ago. And they're checking in people right now. We're boarding expected in 27 minutes. Cruising altitude to 38,000 feet. And we'll click in-flight services. What I'm going to do is a low-cost short haul, which is true. If they wanted to serve food, they could. It's based on an hour, 45-minute block time. So we're not going to really, maybe give them light snacks if we give them in-flight services. This is like hot food, which we don't really need that. I wish there was an option for just snacks. But you could go low-cost medium haul, which is, a medium haul is anything less than 2 hours I would consider a short haul. We are going to be a Wi-Fi satellite Ka band, and we boarding front to back. I'm going to go ahead and click start flight, and you're going to hear a whole bunch of crap happening. Ryan, what's going on, my man? Ryan had asked me, he just checked in, turn off, see this right here, turn off everything and throw the brake. So we've got to make sure the brakes are on. There we go. Brakes on. And Ryan had asked me, he goes, hey, what about, I got the butt kicker, I'm getting another butt kicker on one side, and here it comes already. So this is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to click the mouse button. Hello.
Hi, Captain. How are you?
I'm feeling fine.
Great. We're just preparing the cabin for the passengers. We'll speak to the terminal staff once the door is opened and find out how long they think it'll be until boarding begins.
Okay, no problem. Feel free to open the doors whenever you're ready.
No problem.
So that's the flight attendant. That's the purser, they call it, in the back. They're going to do this. Now I'm going to open this, and you could see this. Oops. You could see this right here. They've got a door. Cabin crew are managing the doors. That's perfect. That's what I want to see. And I'm going to click this icon. I'm going to make sure everything down here is green. And the little green dots, that tells me that it's all automated. I don't have to touch a thing, and I'm not going to. So, again, I like it. I like this, but I don't like... You'll see. The PA thing is jacked up. I don't like that. I wish I could give my own PAs. There we go again. See what I mean? Hold on. Hello.
Hello, Captain. Okay, so I've spoken to security and they've started checking in, but there's at least half an hour to go before we expect to be receiving any passengers.
Okay, you're free to start boarding whenever you're ready. Let us know when you've started.
No problem.
Two socks. I just looked at that comment. He says, just like real life. It's exactly right, man. It's so true. All right, let's get in here, program the jet. I found they're going to do everything automated now, which is nice. So I don't have to worry about anything. They'll cut it. They'll do it all. We're going to jump down here and start the process. Now we're just going to get rid of this and show you folks what our route's going to be today. Let me pull it up for you. So this is our route. We've got Indianapolis. I'm going to go over this really quick. Indianapolis VPS looking like an hour and 32 minutes. Probably once we're airborne, hour 17, closer to. There's our equipment. We've got additional fuel for cumulonimbus at destination, so we might have some thunderstorms there. We are in 705. We'll make sure they're in the right jet. We've got an ATOG of 136.2, 84 feet. Winds are right there. 290 at 40, minus 53, 380 on the altitude. Minimum takeoff fuel is 18.2. We're going to be planned with 19,000, so make sure that I got that on board. Zero fuel weight, takeoff weight, and landing weight's right there. I'm good with everything there. I'll go ahead and sign. I'm done with this for now. I'll take a look at the NOTAMs here as we get just a little closer. We are going to be flying the Dawn 1 out, and I need to actually log in a VATSIM. Let me go ahead and jump that up there right now. VATSIM time. And then I was getting back to Ryan. Ryan's like, hey, Jason, what happens with butt kickers? So I'm going to kind of explain to you what I feel, the sensation. Right now, it's a small vibration, barely noticeable in my seat, just because the avionics are running. It's barely noticeable, but you could turn that up if you want to. And I'm running. It's called haptics. And I keep trying to call the company like, you see this right here? You can see this. This is called SimHaptic. It was $19. these guys do the same. They're the same developer that does FS Realistic. So this went out without a hitch. Like I heard some horror stories about, butt kickers like software, but I haven't had the issue with that. For flight 22, I'm not going to connect just yet because I'm going to go to Volanta and I have to do it this way because I didn't do it the other way. Normally I would have done it our company site, but I didn't have time today because I was my poor dog just got back from surgery. He's post-op, so the kids are watching him. My wife's watching him, and I feel so bad for the guy. He got snipped, unfortunately, so he's neutered. Poor guy. I feel bad for him. Let's see, what are we doing? Radio Riptide. And then I like to put, I'm just on VATSIM right now filing a flight plan, so I'm going to jump on. Flight plan is filed. I'm going to keep that open. We are 22 and we are now connected to VATSIM. So I'm going to go click file the flight plan, fetch from the server, pull that in, click OK, and we're going to file the flight. Okay, that's done. That's done. We're going to hide that. And we're going to go to the Dawn 1 departure. And it looks like weather-wise, let's see what we've got. Ryan, you don't have to buy two. You really don't. Don't think one is good. One really good. I mean, if you were thinking about buying anything, I would definitely buy that because one is enough for sure. I want two just because I can keep the volume down and feel double hit. But you don't need it because you could turn the volume up a little bit. And when I say volume, I mean the signal. You can turn the signal up and it'll kick the crap out of you. So like when we retract the gear, you're probably going to hear it on the headset. It's so dang loud in terms of vibrations. So let's see here. We've got weather. Let's take a look at our weather. How's that? So you can see the passengers are waiting. I'll tell you kind of what the cabin looks like. This is the cabin right here. And right now we got a door open and nobody's in it. Toilets are closed, the lavatories. This is a jet. This is this December 37-700 standard. And that's kind of what the cabin is, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to get this done. Look at my iPad all the way over here. Okay, let's pull the paperwork up. That's kind of what we got to do. Indy reporting 2007. If I can get that right. With a visibility of 10 statute miles. We've got scattered at 040. Temperature is 26, dew point 20, altimeter pushing 29083. They are departing ILS runway 23 right, approach is in use. 23 left is closed. So 23 right, we're on Bravo 3. I'm going to go 23 right. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call the fuel truck now. And the transition, let's pull that transition. What was that transition we were flying? The Dawn 1 HMYS transition. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. And 23 right's the runway. We're going to click route. Nothing coming into VPS, probably landing south. That's kind of where we were yesterday, sorry. 23 right, flight number is 22. Drop that right on top, click execute. Pref page coming up. I'll show you our load sheet. Just preliminary load sheet, if you will. Can't see it. I can't see it. There we go. That's not the right one there, bro. Okay, there's our load sheet. You can see we've got jet plan 5507. We've got 18,500 pounds of fuel once we taxi and burn off a bit. 37 bags in the front, 103 in the back. That gives us on the hold, forward hold, about 4,200 and 1549 in the aft hold. Looking like a zero fuel weight of 114.9. I'm good with that. And we've got about 125 passengers booked on the aircraft. So zero fuel weight, it's going to be 114.9er. I'll move that away. Oh, let's go like this. And I'm going to call the fuel truck while they're... No, you stupid. Let's go ahead and call fuel. I've got to get the fuel before the passengers board, so let's go ahead and get some fuel going. Request refueling
truck is on its way.
Come back down here. We're going to go ground
Please
services.
don't load aircraft until the fuel
Request.
truck arrives and ask to do it.
We're putting what? How many pounds of fuel in there? What did I say? 19,000 to start. We'll just drop that in there. Oh, cool. So you feel the gear coming up the plane. Yeah, I'm gonna explain everything I feel. Have you seen the new freeware 767? I have not. So do you like feel the taxi rumble, the engine rumble, and start takeoff? Like, yes, you do. Everything.
Fuel truck is in position.
Nice. Well,
Please
that's
don't
good.
load aircraft until the fuel. Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Yeah, I know. All right, so what we're going to do is to do a normal real-life fuel load. So we're going ground service, go next page. Just waiting for them to attach the fuel, and then we'll start pumping gas. And if I click this, and I click over to this time, and I'm going to go ahead and just show you what it looks like. All right, 10 minutes. We're expecting the load. So we've got 10 minutes to load. I'm going to start
Please
fueling.
use your airplane fuel system
Yes.
to set the desired fuel quantity.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start the fueling process right now. There we go. Laboratories dump. Again, everything happened on this aircraft is an RON, so it's return overnight. So I'm going to move this out of the way so you guys can kind of see what's happening. No issues at the moment. You can see we're on schedule. We're expected to boarding in 15 minutes. That's fine. We can get the gas in the aircraft before the passengers come on. That's great. While they do that, we can get this done, which I'm hoping to do. So 5 on reserves. Cost index is 20. We just had a company NOTAM that come out that said all flights will be at 20. And you're like, oh, man. Because jet fuel prices are on the rise, ticket prices are on the decrease, and that's not good for margins. 290 at 40. 290 slant 40. Drop that over the top, and then outside air temperature is pushing, once we get to cruise here, it's pushing, what is the outside air temperature? Negative 53, so a little warmer, only about 3 degrees. Normal. Planning fuel with 18, what did we say, 18,000 after the burn. I gotta look at my load sheet here. Let's see what the load sheet had to say. 18.5. So after I burn, it's gonna be 18.5 when it's all said and done. Cold click N1 limit, and let's go ahead and pull in our next thing, which is our VTP tool. I haven't seen the 7.6 freeware. I don't even know. I think I saw something that came out. We'll take a look at that here when we get to cruise, but I can't afford one. So there's no way I'm going to buy one for right now. Indianapolis. You can't see what I'm doing on my little iPad here, but I'm putting in VTP, or numbers, essentially. So 2-3 right, we're departing. 2-3 right it is. Conditions are dry. It's beautiful out there. 24,000 pounds of thrust on each engine. Anti-ice is off. Takeoff weight was a little higher than that. 133.4 estimated. 133.4. CG is going to probably be right around 17. Again, I'm just guessing. It might be a little bit different as we get the load in, which I'm going to do right now, by the way. Flaps 1, so I'm going to write this down. I'll let you folks see what the heck I'm doing here, so it's not a mystery. I think it's better when you can see what kind of the paperwork I'm doing here. Okay, let's go ahead there, here. Okay, flaps 1. We've got trim. This is saying 6.75 on the trim. Cell temp's going to be about 54. We're looking at 135, 136, 140. So we've got all that in. Looks like engine failure procedure. We're going to maintain runway heading to 25 nautical miles. We'll hold 230 inbound right when at or above the minimum flap retraction altitude. Accelerate track flaps on schedule. Okay, that's our engine out procedure on departure. We've got that. Pops, how's it going? How are you? By the way, couple things, folks, I want to just kind of promote. If you're on Twitter, check out Ryan's streaming page. Ryan, go ahead and put your Twitter feed. If you like trains, Pops has got a whole bunch of trains. He loves trains, so he's got a nice train set up. Again, put yours in there. He says, sorry I was late. I started with another Bigfoot book. Yeah, it's cool. I think it's FLN Aviator, isn't it, for Ryan? And then the last one, if you guys like wing views, like looking at wing views, and I think we all do, like landing, takeoffs, check out Denali Aviation on YouTube. He's got a great, matter of fact, I use his stuff just like on background noise for a lot of our Coastal Airways. Like, you're going to hear announcements today. Now those announcements were custom made, but the background music, noise was taken, just a few taxi, maybe all that movie magic I did was from Denali. So he's awesome. He does a good job. His videos are phenomenal. I find myself watching a lot of them, especially if there's an airport I haven't flown into or anything like that. Okay, we've got 5 minutes. We're boarding in 10. I want to get this show on the road, so I'm just going to kind of slide this over here so I don't have to pay attention to it. They're going to start getting stuff going. We still need to do our due diligence with this. Okay, we're going to be on a cell temp of 54 degrees. Now I'm getting bothered again, guarantee it.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
5x5. Loud and clear.
Okay, Captain. Radio check is complete. We'll contact you when we're ready to start loading.
Roger. Okay, so that was a ground crew. They're going to start loading, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use...
Cockpit.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi there. We now are refueling the aircraft. We'll let you know when it's completed.
Roger.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Just to let you know that the aircraft is now fueled and sequestered.
Roger. Okay, I don't care. Why? I don't care because I could see the dang fuel gauges. Don't bother me, right? I'm busy. I'm trying to get this airplane ready to go. The last thing I need to know is that, that's the kind of crap that I don't need. That drives me crazy. It absolutely drives me crazy because I don't need it. I need to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I could see the fuel gauges. The fueler doesn't call the captain and say, we're done fueling. It doesn't work that way. They run up there with a ticket and say, here you go. And that's the ops agent. That just drives me crazy. That's the kind of like where I probably won't use this anymore just because it just drives me nuts. That's the kind of stupid stuff where I'm like, no. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You come up there with a fuel ticket and say, here you go. Or the ops agent, here you go. And that's it. they could look at their gauges and go, yeah, we got the right amount of fuel on board. It's that kind of crap. Drives me nuts. Just drives me nuts, as you can see. So I'm going to click return. We're going to go over here. Right there, click board. I'll start boarding. We're going to go ahead and click GSX, and we're going to start boarding on GSX. So I use GSX for visuals.
Boarding requested.
And then we're using this SLC, self-loading cargo, for everything else. Now, I wonder if I could pop our zero fuel weight in here. If we could do that, will it take it? I don't know. Let's try. 4,200 in the front. That's what we said.
Do you want to board crew?
No, I don't. We're on the airplane already.
Passengers boarding starting.
Okay, great. And then the aft cargo is going to be sitting right around 1549. I'll dump that in right there. All right, that's done. That's done. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to put our 135, that's within a knot. 136, that's within a knot. 140, very close. So Nate, you said next week? All right, brother. Dan says Jason's triggered. Yep, doesn't take much. Don't tell me it's fuel though. I don't care. Stop wasting my time. I'll just give you an idea. You want to talk about torqued? Last night I'm on final approach, short final. I get a call from the flight attendant. The cabin is secured. Great, lady. I'm landing the airplane. I don't want to hear it. You know, like below 10,000 feet. Shut up unless the airplane's on fire. I don't care. Or somebody's dying. That's it. Don't call me on short. It just irked me to no end. I was like, okay, clearly we've got problems here. Anyway, I've got to get off this. I got to get off the issue because you'll see. I mean, hopefully everything goes according to plan. In their defense, I cut the cruise very short, so I didn't hit that top of climb. Here we go again. Are you airing up my tire? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Just a quick update to let you know that we've started loading. We'll contact you again once we're done.
Roger. Okay, where was I? Okay, route data. We're going to go ahead and request our winds in here. I still have to do my flows. I haven't done my flows yet. So I'm trying, folks. I'm trying to be patient. But there's only so much I could take where I'm like, done. Okay, we're going to go ahead and click load that. Now, I'm not knocking it. Again, yesterday was a little different because it was a short climb, very short cruise, so it really wasn't the system's fault. But I want to be able to say, stop the service. I don't care. This is a short cruise. I'm landing. Prepare, secure the cabin for landing. I should be able to say those words, and they should just do it, right? That's what I mean. And you couldn't. So I'm sitting there like, what are you doing, people? All right, let's go to descent. Forecast. We'll click load. Okay. I want to go descent forecast uplink. Correct. Okay. Let's go and check our legs while we're at it, while we're waiting for these people, and then we'll do our flows, and then we'll be good to go. I will throw this up for you, and we're going to go ahead and get our paperwork done. Because we do that sort of thing here at Coastal Airways. We're nuts. We do paperwork like nobody's business. Just like the real deal. All right, so 8350. 8350 over 8350, it looks like. Okay, 2310 in the forward bin. So what do we got, folks? 5 and 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. And then we're doing 12. Well, guess what we have on board here, folks? We got 19,000, 18, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19,210. We'll take it. I'm going to put my John Hancock on that. That looks good for me. And I'll give you an update on what we're looking at here. We got gate Bravo 3. Time. Don't know. Oil quantity. Let's gotta look at the oil quantity here. 74 over 78. Uh-oh. We're getting close. Hydraulic is 100 over 98. And then time we're going to wait on. Once we're airborne, folks, it's like an hour and 17 minutes. Let's get the weather over there in Destin. I'll try to. How about 86 degrees? And it is 2,000 feet broken. Nice and cloudy. I'll tell you how the ride's going to be. Just a minute. See, this is the stuff I can't tell you on... I mean, I can't... It's going to be a little bit bumpy on the descent, for sure. Climb should be alright. Descent might be a little bit bumpy. Descent's going to be bumpy. So, I just do this with an arrow to let me know it's going to be bumpy on the descent. And then CRZ smooth. And that gives me just a little idea, just a little reminder to tell the passengers that it's going to be smoother incline. Okay, I'm going to do my flows now while I'm waiting for the punks to start boarding. Probably an Airbus flight crew. This program tells you what you're having for dinner. I don't know. Yeah, when I'm doing fueling SkyWest diversions, sport charter 7.3s, we come up with a fuel ticket after we fuel, ask if it looks good, thumbs up, get the signature. Yeah, exactly. So you either hand it to the ops agent or the captain. The flight crew.
All stations, we're about to start boarding.
Okay, so they're going to be boarding. Let's do our flows. Now this music you hear in the background is Coastal approved, which is nice because we do boarding music with our airline. So how's that? Okay, that works. I'll throw that up there for you. Shoot, you can't see anything on the other side. How's that? That better? Okay. Stall warning. Dad said, did you have a bad day? Yeah, man. I had my dog had surgery today. Let's see. Hello.
Hi, Captain. Just to let you know that the passengers have started boarding.
Thanks. Okay. Passengers are boarding. It's good to know. All right, we got 2,000 pounds in the center tank. I am going to throw the center pumps on just for taxi. If you can remind me to shut those off, that'd be great. Seatbelt signs coming on. I've got to turn them on here because I've got to figure out a way to get that FSU IPC to recognize this. I forgot to do one thing. Dang it. Crossfeed. Closed. All right. And a lot of people get confused. To test the overheat on this, you just throw them all on. Throw this switch to overheat. You got to turn them all off and then back on. And that kind of resets it. Boom, all four on. We'll check our probe heats. Great. And we're going to turn on hydraulics. That's kind of a thing here at Coastal. We get the hydraulics running right now. Everything else is closed. Good. Come back over here. That looks good. All right, we've got about 40, 50, 60 degrees in the cabin. I love it. Passengers, we want to be around 70, but I want to be around 50 in the cockpit. All right, we're going to climb up to 38,000. Landing altitude is 84 feet, so we'll pick 100. All right, we got logo lights on. We're on steady here. We're going to go on the right side. This is the first flight today. And then we switch alternating every flight. Okay, I've got an altimeter setting here in Indy at 2983. So let's go ahead and plug that. It's already done. Coming across here. Delta Sim Pilot at Flight Sim Broadcasting. What software do you use to take that thumbnail? The thumbnail. You're talking about on YouTube? That's me, buddy. That's me. I don't know. Do you guys like the thumbnails? I never know if you like the thumbnails or not. 140. Dang. Okay. Altitude here. I'm gonna go over the briefing with you. Stand by. I'm gonna brief the flight here with you, just to make sure we're good to go. So Indianapolis is not online. All right. Jax is, so we might have Jax Center on the way down. Altitude is inset. We're going to be basically flying a runway heading outbound, so 230 on the heading. I've got 136, not even close.
Round to cockpit.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now. We're waiting for you to close up. Once the beacon light is switched on, we'll contact you to begin pushback.
Roger. Okay, so they're letting us know that loading's done, the bags are on, they're going to go ahead and button up the aircraft, and they'll let us know, well, we'll let them know when the beacon light is on. I'm getting another flipping call here. Hello. Hello?
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from ground. I've written the passenger count here, the crew count here, and the total number of souls, not including yourselves, here.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, call me when you're ready to go and we'll get moving.
No problem.
All right, so we're going to go 10,000. We got 230, that's on. Auto brake is coming on, resetting that. And by the way, you coastal folks, if you're flying self-loading cargo, I have a sound pack that you're going to hear with our custom-made flight attendants. So you'll hear that. You'll be able to download it, is what I'm saying. I am getting nagged. I'm getting nagged by these stupid calls every 2 seconds. I'm not a fan of that. Just tell me, it's okay. Just tell me that, we're boarding. I get that. That's cool. Which I'm fine with. Gosh, guys, I blew it. Okay, we got fault APU detect. Wheel well, 1, 2, 3. I should have done that earlier. I forgot. I missed that flow. I missed that step on the flow. My bad. But we're going to get it now. Nothing like freaking passengers out as they walk in the door. But they hear a whole bunch of stuff. Another thing I forgot. We're going to go ahead and click overheat test. Good. Trip reset. That's fine. That's done. 122.8. Dang it. Stupid thing didn't work. 122.8. All right, primary IMC. We'll go ahead and do primary A3, 22, actually 2000. Shelton said, are you not using GSX anymore? I am using GSX. So GSX is going to be for the visuals. I already used GSX to board us. And I'll use GSX to push us back. Come on, you flipping... That's got to reset. $2,000. Alright, we'll hold on that for a minute. Zeroed. Okay. Let's brief you. There's a lot going on. So if you have Pack X, let's see, 10 minutes. We'll go ahead and start the... If you guys have Pack X, you could kind of weigh the difference between this program and the other one. All right, so let's go ahead and click unload.
Ladies and gentlemen,
listen to this.
Welcome aboard Coastal Airways. On behalf of the entire crew, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to both our returning and new passengers. Before we take off, we kindly request that you stow your larger carry-on bags in the overhead compartment to ensure a clear and safe aisle for everyone. Smaller personal items can be placed under the seat in front of you. For an on-time departure, we encourage you to take your seats as quickly as possible. Please fasten your seatbelts, ensuring they are low and tight across your lap, and fasten them snugly throughout the duration of the flight. As a friendly reminder, all electronic devices should now be set to airplane mode or switched off for the duration of the flight. Please also take a moment to familiarize yourself with the safety information card located in the seat pocket in front of you. If you have any questions or require assistance at any time during the flight, please don't hesitate to reach out to one of our attentive flight attendants. We are here to ensure your journey with Coastal Airways is safe, comfortable, and enjoyable. Once again, we thank you for choosing Coastal Airways for your travel needs. We are delighted to have you on board and look forward to providing you with a pleasant flight experience. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight with Coastal Airways.
All right, that was a custom announcement that I made for self-loading cargo. There's a few of them throughout the flight you're going to hear that's custom to Coastal. That's one of them. So that's the welcome announcement that's done. So we're going to go from the Brickyard straight to Dawn. We're going to be above 10,000 feet, and then we're going to go to the Mystic. Pretty much straight out, 2:30 on the heading, and then we're blasting off out of there. The flight's straightforward, folks. We're just going to be on the climb, the Mystic, straight down the pipe here, and then we're going to be setting up for VPS. It's going to be gusty, and there's thunderstorms to contend with. So you could see this is going to be kind of an issue for us, so we might have to like kind of come around this. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and use the top layer and see what it kind of giving us here. It doesn't really give anything, so we'll see as we get a little closer. We'll see kind of where that weather is, and we'll kind of have to play it by ear, okay? That's why all the bumps are going to be there on the descent. So we'll take a peek at it. It's supposed to be pretty gusty, but so I guess when we get to cruise, we'll start looking at the weather and see if it's going to shift over. We might be able to go around this a little bit. We'll kind of see. This is going to be on the Pro Cham, but I think we can kind of sneak around this stuff and then drop in here. I know it's moving. Whoa. It's going to... Whoa, what did I do? I gave myself... Where am I, Jason? Where is this on the map? Hang on. Okay, that's Africa. There we go. What are you doing, homie? Shoot. Let me give you the taxi update, and then we'll go ahead and make a PA, run the checklist, get the heck out of here. It's busy. Okay. We're parked over here. We're going to go ahead and taxi down Sierra Bravo. We're out of here. That's it. Pretty simple. Okay, anything above 80 knots, we'll stop. excuse me, anything below 80 knots will stop. Anything above 80 knots will only stop on fire, failure, fear, or shear. I'm putting on my ejection seat just because I want to. All right, now we're buckled up. We're good to go. All right, I do need to do something. Shoot, I have to check. Our audio needs to be on the microphone. Check, 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 check. Test. Check. Okay, good. Mic is set. We're good to go. Let's go to make a PA announcement, and let's tell the passengers we're ready. So, I'm going to say SLC public address. Good morning from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you on board this morning's flight. I hope you're all well. We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 38,000 feet. We hope to depart very shortly, and we're not expecting any delays. Once we push back from the stand, the cabin crew will start securing the cabin. As we have the departure runway, please make sure that you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. As you can probably tell, the weather here in Indianapolis is looking very good this morning, so it should be a nice, comfortable climb to our cruise level. Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issues during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so nothing to worry about there. The wind forecast during our cruise looks very favorable, so we'll be expecting to arrive on time at our destination, but of course, we'll keep you updated should there be any changes. And that's it, folks. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. See, now what I would say is, folks from the flight deck, your captain will be pushing back out of the gate here shortly. Once we're airborne, I show about an hour and 17 minutes. There is some bumps down there, some weather down in Destin. We'll keep you posted as we get a little closer. Hopefully we can give you a good ride at cruise altitude. Right now, sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. That's as fast as I do. Oh, that's a cool announcement. Yeah, Jace. Hey, what's up, man? Jason, hopefully, I don't know, your package is on the way, man. I don't know if you've had the tracker, but you got to check that out. Okay, what we'll do... S2 sucks is to see what you're getting at, Jason. This does force you into a box. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to. I want to be able to say what I want to say. You know, like a real deal. I don't want to be sitting there reading a script. And of course, we could text him and ask him that. Now I got to call ground and tell him I'm turning on the APU. So watch this. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to start the APU, please.
Roger. We'll monitor the startup from down here and let you know if we see anything untoward.
Okay, thanks. Roger. So I'll tell you what's going on right now. You've got awaiting for the door closure. We've got the aircraft loaded. So the passengers are on board the aircraft. And what I'll do is I'll show you kind of what that looks like here. Everybody's there. I'm going to have the flight attendants start to go. The APU's firing up now. We're pushing back any minute. So once we get the APU fired up, we're going to go. Okay, I'm going to slide this over here. Just kind of get it out of the way for you guys right now. And then I want to get an on-time departure here. So we're going to go ahead and close the door. And what I'm going to do is call GSX to come out and prepare for push. And then as that's coming in, we're going to go like this. Ground services. Okay, Ryan, if you're still listening, my seat just kicked in. I'm getting vibrations now, right? Just a little bump because the door's closing. We're going to go ahead and release the air conditioning. APU is online. I'm going to start my timer and release the ground power. We're going to go ahead and click remove shocks. And then I'm going to wait for the flight attendants to close the door. So I'm going to click this and make sure they're managing the doors. So here comes the beacon light. All right, the beacon light's coming on. They should be shutting the door as they pull this away. I want to see that door getting closed. So I could call them right now and ask them, are we ready? So let me just call the intercom.
Hi.
How's it going?
Once we close the doors, we're all set to go. Everyone's on board and ready.
Okay, close the doors whenever you're ready. Okay, great. You can close the doors whenever you're ready. Okay. All right, you can close the doors whenever you're ready.
Thanks very much. All stations ready to close.
Okay, I want to see that door get closed.
All stations ready to close.
Now the door's closed.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead. We're ready to disconnect.
Thanks, we'll look for the pin ahead. Thanks, pin ahead. Hello.
No problem. All stations, please arm doors.
All right, let's figure out what's going on with GSX. It should be pushing us back here. Why is my door open? What is wrong with these people? Okay, I'm going to take a delay over this crap. This is going to drive me crazy, right? So you can see I'm busy, right? What is going on with GSX? What are you talking about? Okay, how about we abort the pushback? And even better, I'm going to restart the stupid thing. Because I'm going to restart Cordal because I want to make sure I reset it. It's 11:02 now. I'm making you laugh. CST
Ladies
said,
and gentlemen, welcome aboard
now
Coastal Airways.
this is a custom.
We are now in the
Listen
process
to
of
this
pushback and taxiing to the runway, and we kindly request your attention for an important safety announcement. Your safety is our utmost
4
priority,
minutes
and we
behind
want to
schedule.
ensure that you are familiar with the safety procedures
No.
on this aircraft. Please take a moment to locate the nearest emergency exits. Keep in mind that the nearest...
All right.
This
I'm sorry.
information may be helpful in low visibility situations. In the event of sudden turbulence, keep your seatbelt fastened at all times when seated. Whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated, please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt securely. We recommend keeping it fastened throughout the flight whenever you are seated. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop from the overhead compartments. Pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen and cover your nose and mouth. Secure your mask before assisting others. Remember, oxygen masks are not just for adults. Be sure to help children and those needing assistance. In the unlikely event of a water landing, life rafts are available for your safety. These life rafts are located in compartments on the ceilings at both the front and rear of the cabin. In the event of an emergency evacuation into water, the cabin crew will assist you in deploying and boarding these life rafts. Life vests are located under your seats. If necessary, put on the life vest by placing it over your head, fastening the waist strap, and pulling it tight. Inflate the life vest as you leave the aircraft, using the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes on either side. Please take a moment to review the safety card in the seat pocket in front of you. It provides additional information about the safety features of this aircraft. As we taxi to the runway, we kindly ask that you put all electronic devices in airplane mode. Larger electronic items, such as laptops, should be safely secured. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant flight with Coastal Airways. Please feel free to ask one of our cabin crew members if you have any questions or require assistance. Your safety and comfort are our top priorities, and we're here to ensure you have a smooth and enjoyable journey.
Oh, that's what I need to do. All right, so you can see, you know, patience for this, and I don't have it. I don't have it. Okay, packs are off. Here we go. We're gonna fire number two ground. All right, now Ryan, my seat. Every time you're starting the edge of my seat and it's starting to rumble a little bit. All right, so I'm feeling the kick right now as we roll over the ground. 25, here we go. Here comes the gas. And Patrick, that made me laugh too. It's like everybody's sleeping. Well, wake up. I've got to work here. Jeez. Okay, guys, light off. I'm going to go ahead and lower that music a little bit. And I could do it with my mouse. Okay, we got a light off there. Oil pressure. Brakes coming set. Brakes set. Now my seat's rumbling. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello.
Let me know when we're ready to take off and I'll get the crew seated and secured.
I will, no problem. Oh my gosh. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead, isolate, ventilate on top. Okay, so if you folks want to be bothered like every dang second of every time, then I suggest you do that. I'm actually getting ready to... Obviously, I'm getting very frustrated. It's hard for me to deal with. That person, I don't know what they're smoking. All right, 25, here comes the fuel. Now, Ryan, I'm firing both of my engines up, and I really feel into my seat right now. So we just got to let off. EGT's on the rise. Oil pressure. Man. Starter cutout. There's rollback. Okay, 2 good starts. Here we go. APU's off. Let's take a look at this. If I can just jack my head up here just for a minute. Just check this. That looks good. just gonna have to eat it. That's on. Those, that's good. Coming across, that's on. Auto, off. Continuous. Continuous, straight across. Taxi light, ow, on. Nope, on. Standby for flaps. Flaps 1, checklist. I gotta run the checklist. I'm so busy. Before start, fuel pumps. On. Center pumps are on. Passenger signs, they are on. Window heat on. Hydraulic pumps on. Doors closed. Pressurization set and auto brakes on RTO. Stab trim was set. Okay, that was before start checklist. Sorry, I was a little late on that. It was because I was busy getting phone calls. Before taxi, generators are out. Probe heat is on. Anti-ice is required. They're off. Flight controls coming free here. Standby for flight control check. Okay, flight controls are free. Transponders on TARA. Taxi checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and click run. Brakes coming off. And let's haul it. Indianapolis traffic, Riptide, 22, taxi runway 23, right. Indy. Okay, so they're gonna. I gotta move the seat back just a little bit when I'm taxiing and taking off and stuff like that. It's because the throttle's so far behind me. Really hard for me to. Okay, this is a pretty short taxi, so I'm gonna have to sit them down, the flight attendants, and let them know that we're ready. Look at how gorgeous that is. All right, let's take a picture of that. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going Tango. I should have went Sierra, but I don't care. Just me. Okay, we get on a straight A. We're going to haul the mustard. I've got to let the flight attendant know to secure the cabin for departure. If you don't, you get yelled at. But again, in real life, all I have to do is hit ding, and they know, right? So I don't have to say anything. I mean, I would say flight attendants be secure the cabin for departure, which I'm going to write about now. All right, I hit the tenant notification, which I just did. I'm going to check that. Bring it back down. Recall complete. Packs are auto, bleeds are on. Let's call the flight attendants and let them know what's up. SLC intercom. So what's happening is the flight attendant has to come up from her station to answer the phone.
Hi, Captain.
How's it going in the back?
Hello.
How's it going?
We're just monitoring the passengers until you tell us we need to be seated for takeoff.
Okay, I'll let you get on. Okay, I'll let you get on. See, now what I wanted to say is be seated for takeoff. So what I'm going to do... Yeah, I know. So what I'm going to do is go to the PA system and tell them, seats for takeoff, please.
Cabin crew, please take seats for takeoff.
That's what I just said. Okay, why is the airplane drifting on me? Okay, they're ready to go. I just checked. I got something going on with my nose gear. I don't know what's up. Okay, we're doing the Dawn 1 departure. We'll give them a call. We'll do our checklist and then we'll go. Alright, I'll hold right here. Alright, we're going to check this now. I would have done this on the roll, but of course I have to wait for the flight attendants. Before takeoff, takeoff config check, pack set, bleeds are set, altimeters checked, recall complete. We're out of here. Indy traffic, Riptide 22, take it 23 right, departure south. Indy. Indy is not online. We are ready to go. Is everybody ready to go? It is gorgeous. I'm ready to get the heck out of here. Let's do it. We're going to come upstairs. Landing lights coming on. Strobes are on. Wing lights coming on. Logo lights off. We don't need them. I got to kick my seat back just a little bit more, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and turn off the center tanks. Right now, we'll kick them back on once we're through 10,000. All right, clear right, clear left, all clear. We'll go ahead, start turning the airplane in there. I see 23 right on the pavement, arming the auto throttle. Now, my seat's rumbling, by the way, real good. It's about to get crazy in here. Okay, I'm going to drop down the HUD.
Indy traffic, American 2608, right down 1 runway 23 right. We'll call turning final, Indy.
Alright, we got somebody on final right now. I got the aircraft. Takeoff thrust set. Got an auto throttle off. Cross check. Got it.
V1 rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. My throttles went a little bonkers on me on that one. Now the seat's rattling big time. Right as the gear comes up in the well, it's done now. But for that's a really good kick. A little bit bumpy here. We're gonna go ahead and push the nose down. I'm gonna bug it up. Flaps up. Let's go to 174 degrees. Okay, I'm gonna go CWS mode just for now. About 210, I don't want to go below that. Throttle's coming back right now. Getting them to climb thrust here. Oh. That was a little squirrely. I know the auto throttle's off, so I'm holding those. Flying the airplane manually right now. We'll level out right here. We're good on the speed. Okay, the airplane should level. Okay, hold that right now. And we will
Indy
go
traffic,
Sneva.
American 2608, turning 7 off, final runway 23 right, Indy.
LNAV, VNAV, we'll go ahead and engage A. Here we go. Auto throttle's coming on. Okay, on the climb. I'm going to climb all the way up unrestricted. So my seat's rumbling really good. Not too bad. We're stable, so everything's cleaned up. The airplane behaves a little bit better. Through 6,000, we're good. I'll go ahead and advance that. Once we get to we are at 250, so nice, stable in the climb. It's looking pretty. We'll do a climb check. I'll do that right now. So we're going to go in the overhead. Throw these two off. Taxi light. I got to reach way behind me. Throw that off. That's off. That's off. Good. All right, let's do the checklist. Climb check coming up. Packs and bleeds. Auto and on. Pressurization checked. We're pressurizing. Start switches are off. APU is off. Flaps
and
are
Indy
up.
traffic American 26085, all final 23 right, Indy.
All right, we're done through 10,000 feet. I'm gonna cancel the climb. So we'll go to N1, delete. There we go. And then I'll let the flight attendants know we're through 10,000. And then I'll release them. Oh shoot, I don't want that.
Hello, Captain.
I'll call you back.
No problem.
Cabin crew, you're free to resume duties.
Ladies and gentlemen, good day. This is your flight attendant speaking from the cabin. We hope you're enjoying your journey aboard Coastal Airways. As we climb through 10,000 feet, we'd like to inform you about a few important aspects of our flight. Firstly, we'd like to extend a warm welcome to our valued passengers on board. Your comfort and safety are our top priorities. We encourage you to keep your seatbelts fastened low and tight across your lap whenever you are seated, even if the seatbelt sign is turned off. This is to ensure your safety in the event of any unexpected turbulence. For those of you who wish to use approved electronic devices, you are now free to turn on your laptops, tablets, and smartphones in airplane mode. As we continue our ascent, you will soon be able to enjoy our complimentary in-flight offerings we have prepared for you. Our flight attendants will shortly begin their service, offering a range of beverages and snacks. Please refer to the in-flight menu located in your seat pocket for more details. Before we wrap up, a quick reminder, smoking is strictly prohibited on board Coastal Airways flights, including in the lavatories. We have 2 lavatories on this aircraft, one located in the front and another in the back for your convenience. Additionally, tampering with, disabling, or destroying any smoke detectors in the lavatories is a violation of aviation regulations. Thank you for choosing Coastal Airways for your travel today. We are thrilled to have you on board and hope you have a pleasant and comfortable journey with us. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
All right, so a couple of things to notice. For self-loading cargo, now folks, I don't want this to be like, oh, I'm never going to buy it. Like, I'm not going to complain. This was free, right? So I bought self-loading cargo years ago for P3D. So the fact that I'm able to download this for nothing is great, right? If you are on the fence, if you like this kind of interaction, which it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great. I don't want to be this inundated with stuff, right? I want to hit the bell and be done. There's 18,000 feet, and then lights coming off. So there's still, it's really a neat program in terms of kind of what it does. So like they're bugged. It's buggy. It's a little bit buggy, but you could see what's happening. What's cool is like the seatbelts are on. I have the seatbelts still on, and I still will, but they're preparing. You can see right here, like I can't take this screen right you see in front of you. I can't blow it up. Like I want to make sure, like I can't see, I'm old, right? So I want to be able to, I want that screen to be like a third of my screen, like huge. I want to see what's going on. Like you could see what the flight attendants are doing. So if I click on a flight attendant here, right, you can see they're monitoring passengers or attending to passengers. Now if I click on a passenger, you can see this opens up a whole bunch of slew of stuff. All right, good flight, they're thirsty, you know, whatever it is, that's what they're doing. So that's kind of, you can click on a passenger and see what they're up to and what they're up against, you know, what they're slightly negative. I'm thirsty, request denied, in-flight service is not available. Cabin crew is slow to attend. That's because I probably got them up a little bit late. And then if you want to manage the entire thing, which I don't give a rip about, I'll let them do it. So they're scheduled in 6 minutes to serve drinks. They're going to start their drink service, is what she's saying. And you can see all this is green, these green little dots. That means it's all automated. I don't have to worry about what's going on in the back. So, and then I could click on this and then let them know what, you know, what's happening. They're about to start an in-flight movie. The seatbelt sign's on. Obviously, I'm going to keep the seatbelt sign on until we get to cruise, and then I'll give them an update. You're not old, I'm old. Yeah, I know, but I can't see anymore, so I'm getting old. It's those kind of things. You're kind of like, you're not paying attention to the flying portion, and I don't like that. Right? I want to be paying attention to getting an on-time departure. And yes, in real life, you do have to talk to flight attendants, and I'm not saying that you don't. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not advocating that at all. Actually, a good pilot would be communicating to their crew. It's not about that. What it's about is, I'm not worried about what you're doing. I'll tell you, give you a briefing before, you know, and keep you updated. Like I would have told the flight attendants, hey, we've got thunderstorms in Destin, so, you know, be prepared. I'd tell them, I want you to maybe get the cabin ready to go a little bit before we're supposed to. You know, so I might have them secure the cabin about 50, 60 miles top of descent just because of that reason, right? I want to be able to do that. She's saying the in-flight movies. This is the default voice. You can customize the voices. So there are a lot of pluses to this program. It just, for me, it's one of those things where it just drives me crazy, right? I don't want to be sitting there bothered every 2 minutes when I'm trying to get an airplane up in the air. It's already worse. It's bad enough because we're single pilot. Can you imagine? I mean, I understand when a flight attendant pops her head in and asks the questions, and that's fine. But I mean, in a way, it's cool because that's how it is in real life. In real life, you're getting bothered all the time by different people and by stuff like that. So it's interesting in that aspect. And I don't have to serve the passengers. I let them do that. That's cool too. But yeah, PAC-X I have, and then I'm waiting for Passengers 2 to come out. I'm hoping that's going to be more like FS Passengers was. Because I like to be able to do, like PAC-X, I don't have to worry about the back. The only time I have to worry about the back is when they call me and say, we have a medical emergency or something's on fire, right? Then I'm like, okay. Another cool thing about this program is that this grades how you fly. So if you're too aggressive on the yoke, or you got the seatbelt sign off and you're getting bounced around, you're gonna get a dock on it. They're gonna dock you. So that is a plus with this program, right? I like that. I like a good flight crew should be dodging turbulence and not flying into thunderstorms and stuff like that, like we're gonna have to talk about here coming up. 38,000 feet as we're here. So they're going to serve drinks, I'm sure. And if you wanted to know what they're doing, you just click on the passenger side and you could see preparing drinks. So they're in the galleys preparing drinks like you really would in real life. So that's pretty neat. There are some good things to it, right? But there's things that I'd like to see done as well. So anyway, that's just my take. It's my opinion. Obviously, I have a very strong opinion. Let me get your comments. Hi, very good. Thank you. Let's see here. What's up, boss? The first flight of the night. Yes, this is the first flight of the night. Ryan says ready. Is there weather radar for the PMDG? Everybody got to that. CST Gaming no. Realism seat. I need. Yeah. So Shelton. Okay. I will endorse 100,000% the butt kicker. All right. I have a butt kicker pro. I'm getting another one on the other side of my setup on my sim rig. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get paid by them. I bought this with my own money. I'm telling you right now, you will not regret it. Get a butt kicker because it is awesome. You could feel turbulence in the seat. You feel a lot of things that you would never feel. And another thing is SimFab. So SimFab, check them out. Again, I'm not sponsored by them. I bought this with my own money. I love it. I've got a whole setup here. I'm sure you saw on the departure about it, and it's really cool. I believe Memphis is online. They are. So it looks like we're going to be hitting Memphis's airspace here shortly. I'm going to tune in their frequency 133.4. Now there's two centers. I don't know which one it is, so I might wait, get chimed in here. We've got Mystic coming up, and then we're going to go over there. And we're going to take a look at weather. And by the way, let me go ahead and turn on the center tanks now that we're through the climb here. Go ahead and turn both pumps to the on position. Just make sure those low pressure lights come out. There you go. So I would definitely wholeheartedly 100% recommend SimFab for their MSFS seat. I love it. It's so cool. Again, it's a whole different ball game when you're flying on a rig than a desk. And I got my desk set up. Yeah, they're serving drinks right now, so you can see she's on the intercom. Okay, I just want to make sure that we have good cruise going on. 38 is optimum. We're perfect. Okay, 11.4 estimated at VPS. We got to start looking at some things that might really affect our flight, and that's the thunderstorms. So let me see what kind of weather we've got right now in Destin. That's 42 minutes old. I'm expecting another update here shortly. We've got auto 0807, 10 miles visibility, broken at 26, overcast at 36. I don't think the weather is going to be an issue into it. I think getting to it will be. So let me pull up our Navigraph charts. Again, I definitely recommend Navigraph charts. If you don't have those yet, I don't know why. And I get it. You know, I hear a lot of people, well, you know, it could be pricey. And I say to them, are you kidding me? You have every single airport in the world at your disposal. Jeppesen planes. Do you know how much Jeppesen costs per year if you were flying an airplane on IFR? It would, at just a region, $300 a year just for a region. That's like 3 states, folks. 3-4 states. I think it's like $1,200 for the entire United States a year. And that's a lot. So I mean, like, for me, my gosh, I mean, what you get for the price is amazing, and an amazing service. You can see what I'm talking about. I think what we might want to do, and I'm going to try to get a better idea of what they're pushing here in terms of cloud tops. So let's, it's not painting anything on the top right now, but you know, I know this is pretty nasty stuff. This precipitation, we're going to go right through it. I don't want to do that. I want to be a good pilot. So what I might do is go from Vulcan and get, we'll be in, whose airspace on this? Atlanta's, or we got Memphis. This is not going to be Memphis. This is going to be, gosh, whose airspace, bro? Atlanta's, I thought so. So Atlanta's offline right now, so we're pretty much clear to do whatever we have to do. 37th for 38,000. All right, Thibs, what's up, man? What's up, man? I'm late to the party. Been a while. Had to work last night, 6 till 6 this morning. Kids, and we got Midway to Oakland tomorrow. All right, cool. First ETOPS flight. Yeah, butt kicker's great. I had one before. I had to sell it. I will get it again. Yeah, I think the way I see it, I think it's a good PAX program. This is where your intersection will do for realistic ops. I think one thing this program lacks here is combining calls. Yes. All right, there we go. Remember I said we're going to get called by center. Here we are. I'm waiting for that call. What do we got? Which one? 133,650. 133,650. So let's go ahead and dial that in. 133,650. I'll call center, then I'll call the passengers and let them up. It's pretty smooth right now. I don't expect any turbulence until we're in the descent. 133,650.
And 95091, thanks, clear to BBK. FedEx 3547, fly runway heading Memphis, wind calm runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Flight current
Is that Australian?
heading and clear to
Is that Australian?
For FedEx 3547. Memphis Center, Southwest 1673, fly over 330.
Southwest 1673, Memphis and ident.
All right, we're about 108 miles past, I would say 40 miles south of Mystic. Memphis. Memphis Center, Riptide 22, flight level 370, 40 miles south Mystic.
Riptide 22, stand by. Southwest 1673, radar contact 90 miles to the north, 90 miles to the north of Clarksville, VOR, flight level 330.
Sounds to me like an Australian.
Stand by. So 1673, you're not inside my airspace, just you're still in ND's airspace, stand by. Riptide 22, squawk 4531 ident.
4531 ident. 4531.
Southwest 1673, there we go, descend with the Raman 2 arrival, landing north, the Nashville altimeter 29001.
Ram 2 arrival, 2 left, Southwest 1673.
FedEx 3547, radar contacts, altitude.
2,500 and climbing.
FedEx 547, thanks very much. Presenter at Leah, climb maintain flight level 370.
Coming to 370, can I fly up to flight level 360? I don't think I can climb up to 770.
FedEx 3547, need you to an odd altitude. Climb maintain flight level 350, clear at Leah.
Level 350,
Jax is offline, so we're pretty much free to do what we need to do. I'm waiting for the reback, and then I'm going to give the passengers a briefing.
Dramatic 120 requesting step away for 2 minutes. Dramatic 120
Holy
per full pack.
smokes.
Roger.
Looks like they're moving southeast at 16 knots. 60,000 feet. Some of these cells are. Man, that is one big. Those are big storms, guys. We're not tangoing with that. We're going to work our snake our way around it. I'll show you how we're going to do it.
2862, unable to send a maintain flight level 360.
All right, I'm going to go and get the chat going here. I don't want to brief the passengers right now because they might call me back and say, yeah, I got your
Sun Country 3061, you're leaving my space to the east, liners are closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Going over to you, Sun Country 3061, toodles.
It's just a little busy for me, the SLC. It's just a little too busy.
Southwest 1673, plan D, visual approach, runway 2 left at Memphis, sorry, at Nashville.
All right, I'm still waiting on the call. What are we looking at center tank here? 1,000 feet. 1,000 pounds. We're going to get an open that, shut one off. That'll help us delay the
Southwest
fuel.
1673, expect the visual approach runway 2 left at Nashville.
Let me call them. I'm going to have to call them. I don't want to.
Reptile 22, radar contact 50 miles north of the Nashville Airport, flight level 380.
Roger, thanks. Okay, so we're good to go on that. Let's go ahead and give them a call.
Southwest 1673, Memphis.
Address. Good morning once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. We've reached our cruising flight level.
Southwest 1673, Memphis.
We're expecting to arrive on time as planned. Progress is going very well. Just looking ahead, we do appear to have small weather front building, so just be aware that we may get a little bit bumpy at times during the cruise, and we'll advise you to keep your seatbelts fastened while you're seated. Good morning once again from the cockpit, and I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. So I'm going to hold on that and then turn the seatbelt sign off. And then I got to let the flight attendants know how close we are to top of descent. Because we're close. So we're looking at 1213
Pneumatic 120, mend the altitude, maintain flight level 350,
1142, so we're looking at, what, 35 minutes maybe? 13? Top of descent, 1213, it's 42. So, 40 minutes, so we'll have to wait for another 10 minutes and then we could tell them. Oops. Ryan says, I would think that even in the pilot briefings with the flight attendants, they don't need a call for everything they did before the departure. Like, it's one thing.
Pneumatic 120 back.
Yeah, it's a little over the top for me. But you might love it. You know, you might look at that and go, yeah, that's pretty cool. Probably not going to fly with it, but if you did have it for P3D, it's free. So just install it. You might love it. But for me, I think it's a little too busy. You know, we're trying to do real ops anyway. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Passengers 2 has in store. You know, I'm kind of excited about that. So Shelton says that butt kicker is so funny.
Central aircraft in
That's
we'll be back in a couple of months. Bye.
Our kicker's nickname. That's hilarious. Yeah. Butt kicker. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, baby. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Captain. I was just wondering if you'd like a drink, maybe a tea or coffee, or a bottle of water.
I'll have some water, please. Yeah, I'd love a cup of coffee, please. Yes, I'll have coffee.
Of course, just give me a couple of minutes and I'll bring it for you.
All right. Okay, folks, we're dead over Nashville right now. BNA 114.4. I'll show you where we are here. These cells are huge, so I think we can. Oh crap! I think we can snake around them. Kind of my plan is we'll snake around the cells. What FA doesn't stock you with bubbly? Scott, you like? I think you like self-loading cargo, man. I don't know, man. It's driving me crazy. It's just so busy all the time, and I've got no time to begin with. So I want to know what your thoughts are, because I mean, I remember in the P3D days and in the FSX days, did we have it? No, P3D I think we have. What's cool is it's free. So if you bought it before, it's free to load. I love that. I thought that was cool, and I'm not knocking it. A lot of people might like that. It just drives me nuts. So I'm going to get on the weather thing for you, and we're going to see kind of some movement. It's moving.
Memphis, good evening. American 1055, 31-2 for 350.
Okay, we're moving south. 60,000 footers here. That is impressive. So you can see it's moving 16 knots to the southeast. We're not going to fly through this crap. So when we get to Vulcan, we're just going to keep our eye on this weather here. You see, we're coming up to Vulcan. We're going to go to Vulcan around to... So when we get to Vulcan, we're going to dive out. We'll be in Atlanta Center, so we might need to request a... What time is it, folks? 03 Zulu. Okay, she's calling me again. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Captain. Your drinks are ready. They're in the storage compartment in our galley.
Thanks. What?
No problem.
Did she say they're in the galley? So you're gonna make me get up out of my seat, call another flight attendant in here to watch the flight deck, and I'm gonna have to get. You can't open the door and hand me coffee or a drink? I'll let you decide, folks. You decide. I mean, like I said, look. If you like, I like. I mean, look. There's some aspects of this I like, and there's some I don't like. So there's pluses and minuses to everything. There's pluses and minuses to this. Really cool. I like kind of how he programmed it really cool in terms of when you call, it's not immediate. They have to walk to their stations. I think that's cool. It's much more immersive than PAC-X ever would be. But for me, that to me kind of gets me crazy. But you could see the voice commands are pretty good. So that's good. I don't know, man. PAC-X seems better. I don't know. It depends. It just depends on what you like, right? It just depends. Okay, we got Vulcan coming up. And from there, we're going to go ahead. I've got to make some
American 1055, descend via the Rimmon to arrival, landing north, Nashville altimeter 299.
We are definitely going
descend via the arrival and we'll expect to land north for American 1055.
Deviate for weather, okay? So I think the best way we can do this is we're going to kind of swing in around here right to Corky. So MVC, we're going to go to Nordaville from Vulcan. So it'll kind of take us around here. We might have to contend with this. Now, FS 2020 doesn't simulate that weather very well, so we're just going to pretend we see it. We're going to be doing the right thing. So we're going to come over to here to Nordville, and then we're going to go right to Corky. So kind of the same thing, but it kind of gets us around this crab for the most part. This might a little bit contend when we get there, but we'll see if we could deviate around that. Maybe we can get in the saddle here if we have to. That's kind of what we'll do. Nordville is a good plan. Do you guys like that? This storm is moving this way. It's moving southeast. So we should be okay. I'm definitely not doing what Southwest did to me and flew me right through a thunderstorm going from Dallas to Houston. Poor airmanship, folks. Poor airmanship. I don't care what ATC had to say. He should have called dispatch and said, nope. Runway heading, let's stay on the east side of this cell, and then we'll come around. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll have to show you. But it's a jacked up thing. And I could say on my soapbox.
2703, 4503, ident.
So MVC. After Vulcan, we're going to go MVC. Correct?
2790, 4503.
I think it was MVC. I just want to make sure. MVC. It looks like it's dissipating, but it's still crappy.
4503 is close.
But still, I'm not going to. We fly the direct we have.
Contact 40 miles south of Meridian, VOR, climb maintain, flight level 3.
So after Vulcan, we're going to go to MVC VOR, which is 1168. And then we're going to bypass Montgomery, go right to Corky.
Riptide 22, leaving my space, all is closed, radar says terminate, frequency change approved.
All right, over to Unicom, we'll see you. Riptide 22. 22.8, I'm over there. Okay, so we've just changed it. We're going to go slams. Then we're going to break out and go to MVC, kind of go around the cells. Ooh. Ooh. Texas thunderstorms, like everything else in that state, aren't to be messed with. No. I think you should. Yeah, I'll go back to PAC-X, man. But I really wanted to show you guys, to showcase self-loading cargo tonight so you could see kind of the program and you can have your own, you can ascertain if you want it or not. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. I'll tell you why I said, oh, man. All right, here we go. Update. So the weather radar right now 03 Zulu. Okay, so that is why I said uh-oh. And that is why I said uh-oh. We're going to kick out to here. but we've got an approaching cell. So what we might have to do is fly kind of a south corner. The cell's coming right at us. Let's see what we're going to do here, folks. We got to plan this out right. Yeah, I don't like that look. I'm not a fan of that look, folks. I do not like it. Okay. It might be over VPS when we get there, so we've got the good news. We've got plenty of hold fuel. We got 30 minutes of hold. If we do need a hold, we're going to hold right on Pensacola. That is our alternate. You guys might be seeing a hold tonight. So it's moving at 16 knots to the southeast. Yeah, guys, I'll show you what Southwest did to me. It was absolutely absurd. And, of course, it's so easy to play Monday morning quarterback. But you just got to scratch your head and go, where the heck is the airmanship? Are you kidding me right now? What is going on? Like, did you have your head in a bag? Or in the sand? Very critical of pilots who don't go, nope. Get me to the east of that. I would have called dispatch and said, there's no way. Runway heading straight south. I'll get on it. We're going to deviate for weather. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, shoot, I got a fuel issue. What's Jason talking about? You know, what's he going on with now? And I'll show you. I will show you what I'm talking about. Now, again, I say this with a caveat. Right? I wasn't there. I don't know. But I bet you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull the transcripts. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull the ATC transcripts for this. And I'm going to find out what happened. Wait a minute. I think I got it right here. Let me... I'm going to do that because I really want to know whose fault was this to begin with? And I just can't get over it. If let's see. Let's see if we can pull up here, and I'm going to show you on screen. Man. Well, it's taking forever, folks. Oh, here we go. Okay, you guys ready for this? Real flight, folks. I was on this airplane. What is the point of this? And it was moderate turbulence. I wouldn't say it's severe. It was moderate. Why? Why? All we had to do is go runway heading, deviate to the south, and then take me in the south. I want to be in front of this storm, not in it, and not through it. Idiots. Just take me south. That's all we had to do. So I am going to pull the transcripts and find out, Southwest, why we did this. It doesn't make any sense to me. And again, I'm playing Monday morning quarterback, and it's easy to do, but still, you would think somebody up there saying, I don't like this route. You know, the captain should be looking at the route going and looking at his radar going, this ain't gonna work. Negative, I'm not flying through a thunderstorm, so take me, I'm gonna go, no, delay me then. I'll wait for the cell to pass. Okay, here we go. So it said, yeah, Patrick and I both headed to land Love Field. Cool, the race is on. I haven't got Love yet. I know there's a new airport for it. Dewan says Jason analyzes everything flight instructor mode. Now it's more of a safety mode, you know, NTSB mode. Like, what? Why? I don't understand. What are you doing? That kind of deal. And that's just me not understanding the issues. Okay, here's the issue. The weather. All right, the good news is we're going to take that right, kind of take us kind of that kitty corner, but there's new weather approaching, and I don't know. I'm going to try to beat it, folks. If we have to fly, we're going to try to beat it best we can. Now, if it's crappy above the airport, then we won't. But let's take a look right now. VPS has updated 0900 at 8. So it's coming out of the east, obviously. All right. Broken at 3, broken at 5. Lightning distant northwest. And these cells are big. They're not small. These are 60,000 footers. These are huge cells. You can kind of see them painted off there. Ah, crap. I got to call the flight attendants. Stand by.
Hi.
We have about 10 minutes until descent.
Thank you.
All right, so this is the dilemma we're at. So, you know, you got this cell right here is what I'm concerned with. I mean, I was thinking we can go down to Pensacola and the winds are 0900, right? So we might get lucky. We could land 12, which would set us up great. I mean, we could come in, hit Pensacola, and pretty much land directly to 12. You know, come in here and just kind of button hook it in here. I understand this MOA area. I get it. We're actually landing in an Air Force base. This is an Air Force base, joint Air Force and civil. But we could cut through this and kind of get on this runway 12 thing. That would be really good. So if we go runway 12, we could do, that's a TACAN, but we could do a RNAV. It just depends. 520 feet. It's military only. What? Ooh, what? Are you serious? Okay, that's military. Okay, it's just saying it's a military field. We're good. We can land the RNAV. All right, why don't we do that? Why don't we go to Pensacola straight up? Because we're not going to go to Corky. Okay, because Corky's right here, and that's going to set us up for bad stuff. So we're going to go from this straight down to Pensacola, keep us away right here at the airport, PNS. Keeps us away from the cells, and then we'll come straight through. All right, let's see where we're at right now. It's building. They're building. And then if we have to do a missed approach, we will. The winds right now are 0900. Huh. Let's see what runways we have. 0900 is coming out of the east at 12. So see what we got. You guys are making me work tonight. You're making me work tonight. That is for sure. By the way, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. It helps us out. Because I'm really hustling for you here. I'm working. Patrick says, I really wanted to shoehorn myself in front of Scott at Dallas using Jason's patented maneuver, but I'm just too far behind. I better not botch this approach and have to do a go-around, or you might give chase. I love it. Guys, I like a slam dunk approach. You guys should know that already. I like doing slam dunks. It's good stuff. All right, which we're probably going to do today. All right, 25 minutes ago, we got an update. 090s are at 8. I'm guessing runway 12 is going to be our best bet. We got a 4-knot crosswind and a 7-knot headwind. Let's do 4. Let's do 12. That's going to line us up good to beat the storm. So if we could get a beat on it, let's go ahead and get this thing programmed for that. So we're not going to go to Corky. We're just going to go directly to Kilo PNS, which is Pensacola. All right, and then from Pensacola, we're going to drop out of that and go to set us up for the Reuben. Or for the, we're just going to keep that. I'm going to click execute, and then we're going to go to arrivals, and we're going to do the RNP Zulu 12 Sims transition. It's going to give us more to the south, which I want. And then we might have to get creative, but I think we could beat the cell. We'll see how it goes. If it's looking like we're going to get swallowed up, then we will bug out and hold over Pensacola. And Sims is going to be above 2,000 feet. I'm going to make that a hard altitude right there. Okay? So I've let it know at 2,000 feet. Where's our descent point? It's coming up. So it's kind of this button hook pattern we're doing. And that might give us the best chance for an arrival. We'll see. Can do Pensacola's VFR? Absolutely. Pensacola right now is our alternate. We planned an alternate. Carried a lot of fuel as well. Atlanta Center's online, by the way. So I'm going to have to tell Atlanta Center what we're doing. So we're deviating for weather. So if they don't call me, call them. But he's probably getting his. I'm going to do my landing numbers. We'll do that right now. We'll just plan on it. I'm starving. Guys, I didn't eat anything. I need something. Runway 12 will be enter 2.5. Flat config. We're going to go flat 30 on this one. Landing weight 125.3 we're estimating. Our paperwork says that. We have got right now 127. Yeah, it's about right. 125. Flap 30 on the landing. I'm going to keep it up just a little bit for now until the weather starts to change. I expect an update. Might go special on us. We'll see. We will see. 120, what did I say? 123. Calculate. He's probably looking at his scope going, what is this guy doing? He's not flying the filed flight plan. No, I'm not. Okay. I don't want to do what the Southwest pilot did to me. To you. How's that? Auto brake 2, runway 12. Landing distance available is, what do we got on this puppy? 11,000 feet. Man, we have plenty of runway. Landing distance required 7841. Flaps 30. Looking at 135 on the ref, our target. Okay, we're good with that. So auto brake 2, no procedures. Brake cooling schedule, anything like that, we should be good to go. Let me call up Atlanta. I'm going to be out of their airspace shortly anyway, but whatever, I'll give them a call. 132.975. Ooh, CAE, where is that? Isn't that somewhere in Columbus? Where's CAE Airport? It's closed right now. Unscheduled aircraft has an emergency. To 00 to 12Z. So somebody check that out. Where is that? Yeah, there are the cells. I see them. Straight ahead. All right, 132.975. 132.975, right there. Okay, I'm gonna try to call him up and see. He might not even be on our scopes. Where the heck are we? Headed direct to Monroeville, just south of Brookwood. Atlanta Center, Riptide 22, checking in flight level 380. Just south of Berkwood, New York.
And what was the call sign?
We're Riptide 22.
Riptide 22, Atlanta Center, IDEN.
IDEN, Riptide 22.
Riptide 22, you were to contact 10 miles southeast of the Brookwood VOR. And good evening.
Just let you know, we're deviating for weather. We're going down to Monroeville and then over to Pensacola.
Riptide 22, roger. Thanks for letting me know.
Atlanta Center, good evening, Rouge 1677. 100 just crossed
so Columbia,
Waypoint
South
MSET,
Carolina.
IFR to Toronto.
There's an emergency going on right now. Somebody check the news.
Route 1677, Atlanta Center, squawk 2060.
Okay, you see all these clouds? That's this thunderstorm, this weather that we're heading into.
2060 in the box, Rouge 1667, or 1677.
All right, let's get a good peek of the weather here. We got our top of descent done. That's all ready to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. See if those cells are getting
Number
worse.
6288 Juliet, your radar contact. Proceed on course.
Proceed on course. 88 Juliet.
Oh.
Atlanta Center, Delta 756, looking to pick up IFR to Tampa.
Delta 756, Atlanta Center, expect PDC.
Roger, 756.
We might go to Corky. We get to this Monroeville. We might go to original plan and go to
Atlantic
Corky.
120, Jacksonville Center offline, frequency change approved. Good day.
Have a good night for Atlantic 120, let's see.
Crap.
And November 95091, Jacksonville Center offline, frequency change approved. Good day.
This is the cell I'm worried about. Coming
Coming
right at us.
Have a great night.
This Pensacola thing might not work out for us, folks. So we might have to break off and go to Corky. Come on, we could go Nordville, kind of get through this crap. This is what I'm worried about. You know, we got to make this approach. We got to make this approach. So we could come in here, kind of turn in and beat it. What do we got? What do we got weather-wise? We went marginal VFR now, so it's marginal. 05011 gusting 17. Here comes the gust front. All right, 10 miles visibility. Overcast at 2900. Temperature 28, dew point 23. Altimeter 3004.
Crew 1677, radar contact 40 miles south of Charlotte VOR.
Roger, 40 miles south of Charlotte, Rouge 1667, or 1677.
Pressure is rising rapidly. Altimeter 3004. Northwest, northeast, and northwest. Oh, what do we want to do? That's a rough one, guys. It sucks I don't have onboard radar, because if I had onboard radar, I'd be able to paint this and go, all right, where are we going to go? Because what I'm thinking of, this is light, right? We could cut through this, go to Corky. This is what I'm worried about. So we could go to Corky, go from the north, and then drop down. But if it's going to be over the field, we're going to have to bug out. Where's our escape? If we do that, where are we going to go? So let's say we do that. We get caught. Let's say the cell comes in. We're going to bug out south and east. You know, I'll probably we'll bug out south and east. That's another cell we got to watch for. Two options. We go to Pensacola and hold, wait for the cell to pass, and then jump it. Or number two, which I don't think we're going to beat the cell. I think it's going to be right over the top of the airport by the time we get there. We're still kind of right at top of descent right now, which I'm only going to descend down to about 15,000 or so. Let's just try that. We'll see how we look. Let's go 6,000. We'll see how it is, and then we'll take it from there. I got to call a flight. The passengers and let them know what's going on.
7373 Kilo Atlanta Center, expect PDC.
Dang.
Expect PDC.
What do you folks think? What do we do? Do we go from... We're going to hit this right now, and it's going to break us off and go to Pensacola, which will be clear. There's no problem there. Thing is, if we do that, we're going to get into this crap. Or we can go to Monroeville, get into the saddle here. It looks a little...
6547,
Gosh. Does anybody know how to change that? It's really annoying when that happens. I think we're going to still run Pensacola. And the reason why I think we do that is because we still have to,
Delta 1594, I-4, Tampa.
we still have to go to
1594, Atlanta Center, expect PDC.
050. So the runway is it's still the best. You know, when the winds are coming out of the runway like this, we're starting to hurt the same now, folks. I think it's our best option, to be honest with you. So let's go to Pensacola. We'll check it out. Let me call them up. SLC public address. Good morning once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. Good morning once again from the cockpit. As you may have noticed, we've begun our descent into the airport. See what I mean? Like, they shut it down on you. It's just... Alright, forget it. You guys suck. Seatbelt signs on. Alright, I'm going to give you a brief. Folks from the flight deck, we're starting our descent into the Destin Airport right now. The weather is looking a little... There's some weather down there right now. There's a thunderstorm approaching the airport. So it might get a little bit bumpy down low. Seatbelt signs are coming on. Showing arrival in about 20 to 30 minutes. Might be a little bit longer.
76 local Seattle clearance to Tampa.
Just depends on the weather. We'll keep you posted as we get a little closer
Travel 3176,
to the airport.
Atlanta Center, expect PDC.
Once again, thanks for flying. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Captain. I just wanted to come by and ask if everything was going okay.
Thanks for asking. Everything's going great.
Call me if you need anything.
I actually do. Ladies and gentlemen, I have turned on the seatbelt sign because we're expecting some bad weather up ahead. Please fasten your seatbelts and remain seated until I turn off the seatbelt sign again. Which is not going to happen until we get to
Riptide 22, Jacksonville offline, frequency change approved. You have a good rest of your night.
Okay, off to Unicom. Thanks for the services. We'll see you. Riptide 22. Alright, folks. So is that a plan? Everybody listening still? Or I'm going to buckle up because it's going to get bumpy down here. Look at all the weather. You can see good plan so far, right? That weather we would be kind of headed into is right there. All those are thunderstorms, nasty rain, turbulence, lightning. Never a good thing. And that's one thing I will not mess with, is a thunderstorm. I don't care how big you think your airplane is. It's no match. It's no match for the hail. No match for the turbulence. It's just not. I'm going to move my seat up just a little bit. I can't because I'm belted in now. There we go. Okay. I do need to call the flight attendants on the intercom. I'll just let them know to prepare the cabin.
Hi. No problem.
Okay, they need to secure the cabin. So, like, I would tell them right now. There we go. Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing. Now they are. So they're heading to, she's heading to the intercom to let the folks know that they're stopping their service.
We are currently beginning our descent, and we kindly ask for your
This is
attention as we prepare for landing.
This is a
Please
custom.
ensure that your seatbelts are securely fastened and your seatbacks are in the upright and locked position. Please stow away all tray tables and ensure that your personal belongings are safely stored either in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of you. This will help us maintain a clear and unobstructed aisle as we approach our destination. In addition, we kindly request that you gather any remaining trash or items you no longer need and hand them to the cabin crew members as they come through the cabin. This will assist us in keeping the cabin clean and tidy as we prepare for the next leg of our journey. As a reminder, electronic devices should remain in airplane mode until after landing. Larger electronic items, such as laptops, should be safely stowed away as well. We appreciate your cooperation in ensuring a safe and efficient landing process. The captain and the entire crew would like to express our gratitude for choosing to fly with us today.
Okay, so we're going to go 520 on the minimums. The updated weather, gusty, thunderstorms are approaching. Let's see where we're at now. Runway 12, we're going to go 123 on the heading inbound. Course is going to be 123. Now, folks, if you're just joining, we're trying to outrun a thunderstorm. We're kind of stuck right in the thick of it. And you can see here the flight attendants are busy securing the cabin for landing. I wanted to do it earlier, but that's kind of how it goes sometimes. All right, let's take a look at our thunderstorm and see where we're at. So we're here. We're going to come down to Pensacola, try to shoot over. We'll see. We may or may not be able to do this. So it just depends on where these cells are right now. Okay, it's dissipating. And the best bet is to bug out right now and go direct to Corky. Let's see what we got weather-wise. Right now, 25 minutes 050 at 11. So we've got good dissipation. I like it. We might just bug out, go to Corky now, and then bring it down to the north. Because if we go to Pensacola, we're going to be through this, which we're headed toward it right now. So I'm going to bug out. Let's go to Corky. See Corky. It's C-O... Let's go C-O-R-K-Y. Legs, C-O-R... Let's go right direct to Corky. The airplane's going to bug out and go this way, which I'm fine with. Again, we're going to try to get in that saddle a little bit if we can. And then we're going to plan the northbound. The lightest turbulence is to the north, right? So, I mean, looking at it here, this is light stuff. This is not heavy. It's moderate. It's not too bad. I'm trying to stay away from the yellow precipitation. The bad, bad stuff. So we can go to Corky, and then we can head down and then drop in. It's kind of what we'll end up doing, folks. All right. So let me go heads down here really quick. We're going to go to arrivals. We're going to do the RP 12 still. In this case, we're going to go to Hilton and then execute. Okay, so kind of how this is going to look. Well, we can go to Hilton now, and that will, I think that'll help us clear it all up. Goes direct to Hilton. Now we're super on the high side. We got to be above 2,000 feet there. I'm actually going to not do that. Now I stayed a little bit high on profile for a reason. Because of the cells that we're going to be picking up. I'm going to tell the flight attendants to take their seats right now. Cabin crew, please take the seats for landing. So I'm going to chime them as well. Continuous is coming on through 18,000 lights. On profile, wing lights are on. Getting through this crap is going to be interesting. Let's see how it goes. 2,000 at Hilton. Yep. It's looking pretty good. Speed brakes coming in. Descent checklist coming out. Altimeters and bugs are set and cross-checked. VRF, we've got it, noted it, set or noted. Auto brakes 2. Start switches are continuous. Recall completed. It's completed. And then you could see here, folks, if I call the flight attendants, or if I take a look at this, I'm not going to call them, but you could see they're ready for landing. So they're seated, the cabin is secured, they're ready to go. We're doing pretty good. We're going to be high as a kite, so we have to get down to Hilton. Let's take a look at the weather. I wish I had onboard weather, and I don't. It's really freaking annoying. Okay, so we're going to go right to Hilton, kind of just doing this thing. Kind of going here and then bugging out going this way. It's going to kind of take us this way, kind of get us around this garbage to the south. See if we can't get another update. Yep, I think we're going to beat it. I hope. 13,000, folks. I'm still belted in. Brakes. Now to kind of get down here. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, we're coming through 10,000. Landing lights coming on. Taxi lights on. Intent notification. Fasten your belts, folks. It doesn't look too bad, though. I mean, I bet you, look at that. Look at off of there. That would have been worse if we went that way. So I think we made the right decision so far. We were going to go right through that crap to the south. I can't wait till we get weather radar. Holy smokes. All right, this I'm going to tuck in because I don't want to use it anymore. We're done. We're still high. We're high on the profile. A little bit behind because of dealing with all this crap. Not too bad. So what I'm going to do is runway 12. Get an update on weather. We'll fix page. Dump it in there. What I'm doing, this is a coastal thing. It puts 3 rings, and that's for energy management. Okay, I've got the brakes. You can see we're 2,000 feet high. Suave, we should be at 1,700. I'm expecting to get some rattle here in a minute. Yeah, I expect the turbulence coming here. Yeehaw, here we go. You know what? I want to record this. That's skydiving, actually. I'm just going to keep the brake out, folks, for a bit. I'll call base leg. Let's see what we got on the weather. That's where we are on this saddle, and then we're going to drop down. It shouldn't be too bad. Our escape path, if we need to, is going to be straight to the south. Straight to the south, we'll bug out and go this way. Pensacola. That's kind of our plan. We'll see what works. Not too bad. 1,400 a high. So, a couple things we could do. We could start pulling our speed back down to 230 to slow it down. We can get some flap in there. We can also drop our gear. So, there's 6,000. Means I could throw the gear out anytime I want. I think we're going to catch profile pretty good. So far, so good, right? Let me call him up, let him know. Any weather changes yet? 9 minutes ago, 040, 070 at 4, 10 statute miles, overcast at 31. Lightning distance northeast. Okay. We're getting in through it now, folks. It's going to be a little bit bumpy. I've got my seatbelts on for sure. Now, this is going to be good. We're good on energy management right now. And record that. And I feel it in my seat, by the way, with the butt kicker. When you're going through turbulence, you feel it. Destin traffic, Riptide 22 on a base leg, runway 12. Destin. Altimeter was set 3004. Hide that. Pull up our weather again so I can kind of peek. Yeah, it's breaking up pretty good. We're going to be in good shape. $520 feet. I got ground contact. Oh, you gotta love it. Ground contact. All right, we're gonna go 210 on the speed. We're getting thumped around, folks. It's kind of normal. What you expect. 4,000 to go. Nice. Yep, and that's coming. More coming. Gosh, look how pretty that is. Come on. Flaps 5. Okay, we're going to go 170 on the speed. Let's see if she slows down. Flaps coming out 5. Oops. Now, I will say a little bit something about this airport. I call this airport "Get Your Booty," because if you're not paying attention, it will. This airport's notorious for gusting. Lots of gusty weather that comes from the ocean. It looks good though. Looks pretty. We're in good shape. Just marginal. I won't even say that now. It's clearing up. There's 2,000. Oh, all that fuel. All that fuel. Don't do that, you little bugger. Where's the winds? That's the thing about this. The winds could shift on you in a minute. 070 at 4, 10 miles visibility. Okay. Ground contact. Oh, I love it. Do I have to tell the flight attendants anything, like we're going to land, or pretty much a 90 degree, and we're good. Once we turn that 90 degrees, we're pretty much out of the stuff. I'm watching the speed. I'm going to go ahead and armed. I didn't really want to drag it in like this, but what the heck. Looks good, folks. Chart up. When we land, I expect, if we land, that is. It's not over yet. Maybe we could get off on Foxtrot and not have to taxi an hour. Because that's the problem about this airport. It's a long taxi. I got the runway in sight already. Let's give them a call. Let them know. Here comes the hub. Excuse me. Destin traffic, Riptide 22 on final, runway 12. Destin. Stand by for gear. About 7 miles, we'll drop our gear. Which is about right now. Suave, we should be at 1700, so just before Suave, we'll drop the gear. No point burning fuel. We're going to be leveling off, so you don't want to burn gas. It's going to be pretty quick, though. We're going to go 170 to 5 miles. Because we got a thunderstorm coming and we don't want to mess around with it. And folks, it's like right above us, so we'll be aware of that. We look for wind shear. Alright, gear down. Flaps 15. My seat. Woo! You guys hear that? That's my seat. Okay, gear down, flaps 15 coming in. Slowing up 15 speed. Once we catch that, we'll go flap 30. Flap 30. 1, 2, 133, 135. Speed, I'm going to give it a little more cushion, just because I know this airport. Like I said, it'll get your booty. Why don't you go visual on this? So I'm going to go VMC. Thank you. I gotta come back just a minute. I can plant my throttles.
1,000.
1,000 check. Come in, Manuel. Alright, you see that tailwind right now? That's going to shift. Quartering tailwind at this point. But the weather I'm seeing, 050. Keep doing that, we're going to fly all night. Good on speed. Sync 700, speed 144, landing. And that wind's going to shift.
500.
Check. There's that wind that shifted. We'll sync. Correcting. Correcting.
100. 50. 30. 10.
On the deck. Deployed, extended. Keep pulling. 80 knots. I want to get off that next turn off. I had reversers. I got the brakes. Welcome to Destin, folks. Not too bad. Of course, I didn't want to taxi this dang long. Because we're going to have to turn around and do a back taxi. Look at how nasty it is to the south. Yeah, we beat it. It's also dissipating too, so that helps us. Can you hear that?
On behalf of the entire crew, I would like to extend our sincere thanks for choosing to fly with us today. As we have now landed, we kindly ask that you remain seated with your seatbelts securely
I can't barely hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'll have to update that. Anyway, those are custom made. Custom calls that we have. This taxi is going to be not as long as the other one is, but it's long. Plenty of time for take a look out to the south. You can see that nastiness. Look at that. Yep. Sometimes a plan works. Sometimes, not all the time. I gotta keep it under 30 knots or I'm gonna get yelled at. Why is the airplane wanting to go hard right on me on left or right? Let's see what happens. I might have a tire failure somewhere. Okay, we're gonna go Bravo 6 on the gate. GSX Bravo 6. See how it's turning me? Might have to calibrate it. Bravo 6. Nope. Good night, Pops. Denali says, we'll see how the connection is when they actually come to fly. But everything is running smoothly right now. Which one's that one? I can't. I gotta read it when I get back in here. Okay, we're through 2 minutes on the cooldown. Here comes the APU online. You know, sometimes plans, you plan, and then sometimes that plan, you know, kind of gets. I think I've got a tire failure somewhere. Don't tell me I have another tire I got to replace. We had a tire failure yesterday. A tire had to be replaced at Indy on one of our flights. It cost us $2,500 for the tire and the labor. $2,500 for a tire, folks. It's a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of money for a tire. Okay, I'll turn that off. Taxi lights off. Looks like the weather's coming in. But from the radar, it's kind of like dissipating, you know what I mean? It's kind of in that stage of, yeah, it's coming, but it's dissipating as well, so. And Joseph, your video out of VPS, I loved it. Dude, anytime you can get those long taxis like that, it's really good sound. All right, this is going to be a difficult park job because we're going to have to turn into here. Once I get it kind of lined up, I'll go ahead and kill number 2. Yeah, we'll get a mechanic to look at it. I'll do a walk around and take a look at the tire. We'll see if we had some kind of issue. Maybe it's a balance, but something's wrong. Pulls hard, right? All right, let's line it up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down number 2. I got to get him out of the wall. Or her. I can't tell. We're a little late. I wanted to ride 42. That didn't happen. Just because of the weather. We had that divert. Brakes. Those are on. That's off. Seatbelts are off for me. We'll go ahead and turn them off for the passengers. Seatbelts. Now hold on, let me get my harness off and then I'll do the same thing for the folks. Get off. Okay, let's go ahead and turn off this. We'll go ahead and disconnect. Seatbelt signs off and then we'll call for the jetway. And then watch this. This is good too. So somebody requests deboarding, and then
Boarding
I'll call
requested.
the PA.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
Loud and clear.
Roger. Okay, Captain. Ground power is available. Stand by. We'll start getting you offloaded in a couple of minutes.
Thanks. Roger. Clear to deboard.
Hi, Captain.
Flight attendants, prepare for arrival, disarm and cross-check doors. Stand by for all call. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at our destination, and the cabin crew has opened the doors. As the captain has turned off the
Just give me a
seatbelt
buzz
sign,
if you
remember
need
to gather
anything.
all your personal belongings, including items from the seat pockets and the overhead compartments. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing Coastal Airways for your journey today. Your presence on our flight is valued, and we hope you had a comfortable and enjoyable experience. Whether this is your final destination or you are connecting to another flight, we wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey. Thank you for your attention, and once again, thank you for flying with Coastal Airways.
All right, what do we got here? Oh no.
Hello.
Hello, Captain. All of the passengers have been offloaded.
Oh good. Let's
Fantastic
see how we
landing,
did.
by the way. Much appreciated.
Oh good, I got a fantastic landing.
Thank you.
Just give me a buzz if you need anything.
So they give you this report, which is cool. How'd we do? We got a B. We got a B. Slight delayed departure, yeah. Slight delayed arrival, yeah. But you can see the points here they give you. So SOP adherence, ground crew communication, seatbelt sign off during pushback. No, it wasn't. So, anyway, this is kind of how it is. They have this whole program that you can do. So, folks, if you're thinking about it, you know, if you like what you see here, definitely check it out. I think you'd like it. I'll probably not fly with it next round. just because it's just a little too busy for me. But it's still cool, right? It will enhance your 756. All right. Well, that was fun. That was a good time. Just gonna go up on the overhead, make sure we're good to go. We're deboarding. I think we're deboarding. Yeah, there's GSX on their deboard, so that's done. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. Exit. Yes. You can see all these clouds moving in. We definitely beat the storm. It was coming. I'm sure we'll get rain shortly in the next few minutes or something like that. It looked like it was dissipating though, so that's fun. Okay, go like this. I have to call for ground power. We're burning APU fuel, and I don't want to do that. So let's get the ground power on the aircraft, and then we are done. Let's see here, doors, ground connections. Request the ground power, and we're going to request the air conditioning. So both things. Good landing. Oh, I didn't look like a good landing, but hopefully it was. I put it on the mark. That's all I care about, really. And then let's throw the ground power on. And then we'll shut off our APU. And then I should have packs off. Good. So we'll get the external air on. And then one more thing I'm going to do. Come over here. We're going to do payload, and I'm going to zero it out, set it empty. Let's get everybody off the aircraft, and then one more thing. Let's go ahead and check the aircraft to make sure the maintenance is okay. It looked a little weird. Alright, no, it's just I apparently just pulling on one way, so the airplane's fine. Okay, good. I'm glad I don't have to spend another $2,500 on a tire change. All right, welcome to Destin, where the temperature is hot. And I'm going to take a picture of that because that's beautiful. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you. I'm not going to do another leg. I'm done, I think. I'll put a fork in it on this one. But what we're going to do is... I don't know where I'm going to be next week, so I'll probably be wrapping up day 3 next week sometime. But anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the blue side up and the brown side down. We will see you next week. Ciao.
Street.